Hello, what's going on everybody? This is Maya and Jay, and today what I got here is the review video of the Doogee DG580 that I got from iBaby888. Now, as we know, this is going to be a very similar copy to the OnePlus One. We can see on the very back we have the soft texture. Just as we will see on the OnePlus One, we also have here on the very back the 8 megapixel camera. However, after the test that I performed, this is going to be in fact a 5 megapixel camera with a dual LED flash. We can see right here the Doogee logo on the very back. We're going to have the loudspeaker. If we open the back here, we're going to notice that versus the OnePlus One, this is going to be a dual standby device, as we can see right here. It also supports TF cards. We can see here the battery is going to be a 2500 milliamp battery. Now, according to the processor and the resolution of the screen, this battery does last a whole day. I was able to use it with T-Mobile using 3G, and I was actually very impressed on that behalf. The battery did last me the whole day without having to charge it. I got home with about 40%. We can see that the overall build of the device is very nice, guys. Here we have the antennas. I believe this is going to be for the Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. At the very bottom is going to be the antenna for the 3G and also the GPS, and everything appears to be working very well. You can see here the loudspeaker already, and the device, like I said before, it is very well built with a lot of screws and makes it feel very solid in your hands. Here we can see already on the very top you had the ear speaker. We also had the proximity and light sensor somewhere here on the right side. We also have the 5 megapixel front-facing camera and a notification LED light here on the left side. On the very bottom, you can see here we have the menu key, the home key, and also the back key. On the left side is where we're going to have the volume rockers up and down. At the very bottom, you're just going to have the microphone. On the right side of the device, we're going to have the power button. Then on the very top, you're going to have the charging/data port together with the 3.5mm headphone jack. If you drop your device facing down, most likely you will break your screen because, as you can see, guys, there's nothing protecting it. You have this very nice bezel around it made of chrome. As we can see here, guys, it makes the device feel very nice in your hands as well. As we can notice here on the edges, it is very thin and also goes a little bit thicker here on the middle side. And I'm going to try to get here my ruler working. I believe right now I have it on millimeters. Let's go ahead and set it up to 0. And by the middle, we can see it's about 8 millimeters thick. Then by the very edges, it's going to be about 7.5. So it is a quite thin device, and I'm assuming that in the middle has to be a little bit thicker just because of the battery. Now, when we power on the device, we're going to see that this is a 5.5-inch multi-touch screen with a resolution of 960 by 540. Now, that's one of the downsides of this device, because having such a big screen, I think that Doogee should have made it 720p. That way you don't see the pixels. So as we can notice right here, guys, when you get the device closer to you, you can actually see the pixels. I don't know if you guys can see this, but that's something that makes you feel like you have an old device instead of a nice modern phone. Now, also the viewing angles of this phone are very nice. As we can notice right here, guys, the colors are very vivid as well. Now, this is running the Android 4.4.2. It is the KitKat, and as a matter of fact, I did download this application to confirm it. I believe it was the Google camera. I have it somewhere around here. Here we have it. As you guys can see, this is only working for Android 4.4.2 at the current moment, and we can see that yes, this is the Google camera, so that's great. We know that this is not fake. Now, Doogee has a great reputation for not faking their operating system, and as a matter of fact, if you go here to settings, we go to about device all the way to the bottom, we're going to notice that yes, this is the Android 4.4.2, and if you tap on it many times, we can confirm it once more. We can see it here, and if we tap on it one more time, we can once again confirm it that yes, this is the Android KitKat version. Now, here for the operating system, guys, we can see that it's very simplistic, very nice to use. The applications are very well organized. Now, this is running also the MTK6582. It is a quad-core processor clocked at 1.3 gigahertz. And when we go here to the Antutu test benchmark, I believe I got a score of about 18,000, which is pretty good. Here we have the new version of Antutu test, and we can see that I almost got 18,000. It was very close. And I'm going to show you guys here all the details. We can see all the scoring that we got. And if we go back once, we're going to notice here on devices information, we're going to have the brand, we're going to have the model. And it is a pretty impressive device, except for two main things. One of them is the resolution of the screen. I think it's going to be very crappy. And also the buttons here on the very bottom, they do not light up. So when it's nighttime, it's very hard to identify where your buttons are at. Now, here we can also see, guys, all the remaining of the information. I'm just going to continue scrolling down. Here we have some of the sensors supported. Now, there's not many of them. As a matter of fact, if you go here to Android sensor box, which I have right here, We don't have the orientation sensor, the temperature sensor, the gyroscope. We don't have magnetic sensor, and we don't have pressure sensor. So that could be maybe because this device is so economical. It's only about $130. And again, this is going to be the copy of the OnePlus One. Maybe for that reason, they're trying to keep the devices at low cost, and they don't provide many sensors. That being said, when we go here to settings, we're going to notice all the languages supported on this device is quite a few. We go here to language. We can see I'm just going to scroll down for you guys so that you can check them out and identify for yourself if this is going to work for your country or not. But as you can see, guys, right now it's supporting about 45 languages, and that's also great. And as you guys can see, it is working well for me. It doesn't lag whatsoever. We can see it is very smooth and fast as well because it's running also the real Android 4.4.2. Now, the next thing I'm going to do here for you guys is go ahead and test the camera. The camera appears to be all right. I mean, it's not going to give you the best quality out there because we know that even though it is claimed to have 8 megapixels, the camera is actually fake. It's going to be 5 megapixel back camera and a 5 megapixel front facing camera, which is the good side. So let's go ahead and test it and let me know what you guys think. Hello YouTube, this is my NJ, and here what we got is the Doogee DG580. This is the Kissme model that I got from iBaby888. And this is the rear 5 megapixel camera. As we can see, guys, it is doing its job right now. It's not going to give you the best quality. The autofocus tends to be a little bit poor. As we can see right now, I'm tapping on the screen multiple times and it's not grabbing that focus. But for $130, we really can't complain. Now we're going to test the front facing camera. Alright guys, here we have the 5 megapixel front facing camera of the Doogee DG580. As we can tell, guys, even though it's going to sound funny, the quality appears to be a little bit nicer than the back camera of this device. Now, for the most part, this is used for Skype, selfies, UVU, or maybe Facebook. This is a great camera for that purpose, as it is a 5 megapixel camera, and the colors are very vivid and bright as well. Alright guys, so there we have it for the camera test, and like I said before, even though it is pretty decent, it's not going to give you the best quality except for the front facing camera being a 5 megapixel camera. It is great for selfies, Skype, or any other social media out there, and that was actually something very exciting. Now here we can see that the Wi-Fi, the 3G connectivity, and the signal reception is working very well on this phone. We can see that we're getting all the Wi-Fi signal. If you go here to the browser, let's go ahead and open, let's say here, youtube.com. You're going to see how fast it is, guys. So as you can see, it's loading very well. Let's go ahead and also open dhgate.com. Let's go ahead and retype that again. We're going to notice that once again, it is very fast. And now we're going to go ahead and turn off the Wi-Fi so that you see for yourself that even without the actual Wi-Fi connectivity, it's still very nice. Let's go ahead and just reload this page. Let's go ahead and also open here ebay.com, which I haven't opened yet, so that you guys see that the 3G connectivity is working very well. And again, this is supporting 3G with AT&T and also T-Mobile. Now there we have it for the browser. The next thing we're going to do here is go ahead and test the Bluetooth. Let's go ahead and turn it on. Let's put it on pairing mode. If you go here to settings, we go to Bluetooth, we turn it on. I believe I have paired to it before, I'm not sure yet. I think I didn't. However, we do see that right now it's trying to pair with it. So let's just give it a second here. Okay, and there we see the Bose Soundlink Mini option. Let's go ahead and tap on it. Right now it's pairing. Alright guys, and as we can see right now, it is connected. Let's go ahead and increase the volume. Now if we go back once, we're going to see here audio profiles. Like always, we're going to go ahead and test it with the ringtone so that you guys see that it is working very well. We have powered off the Bluetooth speaker. Now we're going to test the actual speaker on the phone itself. Now I have to admit, guys, even though it is a small speaker, the sound quality is very nice and clear, as we can hear right here. Another great thing about this phone is going to be the battery. I was able to use it with T-Mobile the whole day at work, guys, and it did last me the whole day. I got home with about 40%, so I was actually very impressed. But again, that has to do with the resolution of the screen. Even though it's a 5.5 inch, the resolution being so low does help you with the battery. And also the MTK6582 does help as well. Now, I gotta say that for the price of this phone, if you're okay with the low quality camera and also the low quality resolution, I think that it is definitely a bargain. It is a very nice phone. You're gonna get, again, the Android KCAT 4.4.2. You're gonna get 1 GB of RAM, and Doogee, for the most part, is a very nice, well-known brand out there. They're fairly new and they're coming with a lot of great devices, as you guys know, and they're also very affordable. Now here we're going to go ahead and do a quick test call so that you guys see how good the phone call quality is. So there we dialed 611. Let's go ahead and put it on loudspeaker.
For English, press 1. Para español, presione 2.
Okay. Also, the proximity and light sensor appears to be working very well. It is very sensitive. Another thing we're going to go ahead and do now is go ahead and test some applications here that I've downloaded on the device. I will put a music in the background. I'm sure you guys enjoy it. Alright guys, so there we saw some of the performance of the device, and the next thing we're going to go ahead and do here is test the GPS. The GPS on this phone appears to be working very well, so let's go ahead and check the next clip and let me know what you think. Hello everyone, this is my ENJ, and what we got here is the GPS test of the Doogee DG580 that I got from iBaby. And as we can see guys, it is working like a charm. Now the great thing about this phone is that you don't have to customize it to get it working. It does come working great out of the box, so you don't have to worry about rooting or doing any type of modification to the system. And as we can see right now, it is locking a signal very fast, and now we're going to test it from inside of the house. Alright guys, so there we have it for the GPS test, and as you can see, it is performing very well. And here I have the actual application opened up for you guys so that you can see how good it is even from inside of the house. So without questions, the GPS is working very well. Now the great thing about this phone is that I haven't rooted it yet, and I didn't need to do so in order to get the GPS working. It comes like this right out of the box, so you don't have to worry about doing any tweaks or customizations. The GPS reception appears to be very strong. Also, another great feature about this phone is that it has this very cool feature called wake gesture, and basically what it is a gesture that you do when the device is asleep. Let's say the screen is off, and you can set up to any application. Right now, if you only have the C, you can set it up to open any application that you wish to do so. Right now, the C is for camera, the W is for browser, and so the way it works is that when your device is off like this, all you have to do is draw the letter C, and as you can see, it's taking you directly to the camera. The same thing happens. Let's say we do the letter W. You're going to notice that it's going to take me directly into the browser and many other applications that we can use to open it. However, I've seen other phones that do allow you to set up more letters. In this case, we only have a few, but that's okay as long as it's there. That's a very nice feature. Well guys, I think I covered everything on this device. If you guys do have any questions, please don't forget to comment down below. Please like the video, subscribe for more. Thanks for watching, and have a good one.